They are less emotional and more objective about their perceptions. They do not allow their desires and hopes to distort their observations. Because of their superior perception, self-actualizing people are more readily able to detect the fake, the phony, and dishonest in others. Acceptance of self, others, and nature. The healthy person displays a sense of respect for self and others. Without feeling undue concern, he or she accepts his or her own nature in a stoic style with all its shortcomings, frailties, and weaknesses. There is also freedom from overriding guilt, crippling shame, and debilitating anxiety. Self-acceptance is also vividly expressed at the physiological level. Self-actualizers have hearty appetites, sleep well, and enjoy their sexual lives without unnecessary inhibition. Spontaneity, simplicity, naturalness. The behavior of self-actualizing people is marked by spontaneity and simplicity, by an absence of artificiality or straining for effort. This does not imply consistently unconventional behavior. It is the person's inner life, thoughts, impulses, etc. that is unconventional, natural, and spontaneous. Their unconventionality is not intended to impress others and may even be suppressed in order not to distress others, so that they may even abide by ceremonies and rituals. Thus, they may conform if it means protecting themselves or others from hurt or injustice. Problem centering. Without exception, Maslow found his subjects to be committed to some task, duty, vocation, or beloved job which they regarded as important. That is, they are not ego-centered but rather oriented toward problems beyond their immediate needs, problems to which they are dedicated in the sense of a mission in life. In the sense, they live to work rather than work to live. Their work is subjectively experienced as defining characteristic of themselves. Self-actualizers are also deeply concerned with philosophic and ethical issues. Accordingly, they live and work within the widest frame of reference, tending to devote themselves to non-personal missions or tasks. Detachment, need for privacy. This kind of individual prefers solitude and privacy and even seeks it to a greater extent than the average person. In social encounters, he or she is often viewed by normal people as being aloof, reserved, snobbish, and cold. This is because self-actualizers do not need other people in the usual sense of friendship. They rely completely upon their inner resources and remain unruffled by that which produces turmoil in others. Autonomy, independence of culture and environment. As prior characteristics would suggest, self-actualizing people are not dependent for their main satisfaction on the physical and social environment. Rather, they rely on their own potentialities and latent resources for growth and development. For example, truly self-actualizing college students do not really need the right academic atmosphere on campus to learn. They can learn anywhere they want because they have themselves. Healthy people also have a high degree of self-direction and free will. Continued freshness of appreciation. Maslow discovered that healthy, mature, and adults exhibit a capacity to appreciate even the most ordinary events in their lives with a sense of newness, awe, pleasure, and even ecstasy. They seldom become bored with life experiences. Peak of mystic experiences. Maslow observed that self-actualizing individuals commonly had what he called peak experiences, also termed oceanic feeling. This term referred to moments of intense excitement and high tension, as well as to those of relaxation, peacefulness, blissfulness, and stillness. Representing the most ecstatic moments of life, such occurrences usually come from love and sexual climax, burst of creativity, insight, and discovery, and fusion with nature. These people can turn on without artificial stimulants. Just being alive turns them on. Social interests. Even though self-actualizers are sometimes troubled, saddened, and even enraged by the shortcomings of the human race, they experience a deep feeling of kinship with humanity. Consequently, they have a genuine desire to help improve the lot of their fellows. This nurturant attitude is evidenced by a feeling of compassion, sympathy, and affection for all humanity. Interpersonal relations. Self-actualizing people tend to form deeper and closer personal relationships than those of the average adult. Similarly, those with whom they associate are likely to be healthier and closer to self-actualization than the average person. That is, self-actualization